Alexandra J. Condor didn't know her wedding story would go viral, or that within a week everyone on the internet would know her as Sepia Bride. It all started when the newlywed took to TikTok to detail the horrific experience she had with her wedding photographer, who had been hired to document her nuptials in November 2023. Condor was initially in love with the wedding gallery she received from the photographer a couple weeks later, saying she was beaming with excitement. But after staring and analyzing the pictures a bit further, she realized something was off. The bulk of the photographs, particularly her solo shots, had been edited in a way that she felt made her makeup look dull, her teeth yellow, and completely distorted any bright colors pictured. And that it was the complete opposite of the bright, airy, and golden vibe she had seen on the wedding photographer's Instagram page. Imagine paying almost $8,000 for a wedding photographer, and when you raise your concerns, they threaten to sue you for slander if you spoke your truth, Condor says at the beginning of the video. Condor's initial story and the dozens of videos posted about the fiasco have become quite popular, garnering millions of videos in the last week and sparking a larger conversation about the wedding industry. The conversation has even spilled onto other social media platforms like Reddit and Instagram, with users split between #TeamBride and #TeamPhotographer. Condor shared her experience in the hopes of helping other brides who have maybe gone through the same thing or future brides going through the process, not expecting the virality of it all. I'd also wanted to share my frustrations as well over how sad I was and still am. You only have one wedding day, and you can't redo that, Condor said in an email interview with USA Today. Condor isn't sure who was the first person to refer to her as Sepia Bride, but she's going to stick it with it, at least for now. Someone on the internet came up with it, Condor said. The nickname Sepia Bride refers to the online discourse brought on by Condor sharing her wedding photographer horror story online. She has jokingly referred to it as Sepia Gate in her latest video. Sepia is a toning technique used to help old photo prints, like the kind you'd see in an antique shop or museum, hold up over time, according to Adobe. The reddish-brown tone used to create the spectrum of highlights and shadows is now associated with the nostalgia of antique imagery. Sepia is a softer manipulation of light, giving photos a soft, warm, and dreamlike finish, according to Adobe. Brides, photographers, and others duke it out in the comments. Condor's experience hit home with a lot of people, especially among photographers and former brides. One photographer even offered to redo the photos for free if they were ever in the same area. Most, if not all of the thoughts, opinions, and reactions shared in the comment section of Condor's videos and posts have been filtered, if not completely turned off. Comments that are still visible show an even split, with some agreeing with Condor and others saying that she should have done more research and considered the photographer's style before booking. I will absolutely go the extra mile for my brides, but they will have chosen me based on my style, so it's minor tweaks, not an entire re-edit, at mybelovich hosted me wrote. 90% of wedding photographers are so invested in their couples and will do whatever they can to make their couples happy. When people have unrealistic demands, sometimes there is only so much we can do, another photographer wrote. At Crispy9579 was on #TeamBride, writing in the comments, "Yes, girl. I work with photographers and videographers, and they will always retouch/edit by request. That's unprofessional." Jennifer Foreman echoed a similar sentiment, writing, "After watching all of your videos on this, I am very much on the fence on both sides, but more so on yours. Yes, checking the work to see if you like to first, but mainly her editing on this is not. I'm flabbergasted photographers are calling those edits art and a style. It is orange. It changed the color of her hair. It's ought to not be loyal to every person who happens to have the same job as you," at ash.life wrote. Sepia Bride hopes to bring change in the wedding industry after experience. Though Conder wasn't able to come to an agreement with the photographer about the images, she was able to obtain a handful of raw images that she edited to match her vision. Like I've also said so many times, I think my photographer captured beautiful moments. The editing I wasn't happy about. That's why I just wish we were able to come to an agreement without the added expense, Conder said. Conder does plan on reshooting her wedding portraits with another photographer.